Alright guys, so the Dayz Experimental 1.12 update is live, and I'm gonna show you guys some of the stuff that stood out to me the most. They've added the scout rifle to unmodded Dayz, and it's called the Pioneer. It has a 5-round magazine and it takes 5.56. You can throw an M4 suppressor on it, making it super quiet. It also takes pretty much every single M4 attachment. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to add any of the longer range hunting scopes on it. Next, the devs have added a few new tools. First up, we've got the sickle. Next up, we have a broom. Third, we have another farming tool, the hoe. And finally, we have 2 new knives. For the first time in a while, we have over 10 new different types of food added to the game. We've got chips, honey, 3 different flavors of wafers. We got some bootleg Fanta, some salty sticks. We have some more canned goods such as canned pork, lunch meat. Also, there's dog food and cat food. They threw in some crackers for all of us. And finally, we got some brisket spread, some goose liver, and some more processed meat. I also found an unknown food can. I ate this and I didn't seem to get sick, but I only tested it for about 10 minutes or so eat this at your own risk. You know I had to try the dog and cat food, and that didn't seem to get me sick either, but once again, I didn't test it for a long period of time. Now the ACOG backup site glows in the dark. If you run into a landmine, you can now disarm it using the screwdriver. However, disarming it means that the landmine will be ruined. An Easter egg has also been introduced. I'm not really sure what the purpose of this is at the moment, but I can't open it. I tried throwing it. I couldn't really get anything out of it. If you find a potato now, you can't just eat it straight up. You gotta peel it first. You can bake or dry potatoes like any other food, but if the skin is still on, it doesn't even let you put it in the oven. Also, raw potatoes can now be planted. You can now cut flags and turn them into rags. Various car parts can now be locked up so people can't just grab them and run away. For parts such as the battery, you can use a screwdriver. Vehicle doors can be locked with a wrench, and for the tires, you can use a tire iron. There's now tooltips for empty attachment slots, letting you know what you can add to your gun. Zombies are no longer interested in knocked out players. If you're unconscious around them, they'll no longer finish you off. Modern firearms will now require much more maintenance than before. Fist damage has been slightly increased. There's been a huge change in all of the infected behavior this patch, but the main thing that I noticed was that they're supposed to be tougher now. From my experience fighting them though, they didn't seem to be that much different than before. The range in which you can hear reload sounds has been reduced by 50%. If your hands are cuffed with barbed wire, you can now bleed while struggling to break out. Greenhouses can now be used for agriculture. The devs have decreased the precision of assault rifles and increased the precisions of pistols, sawed-off rifles, bolt actions, and sniper rifles. Alright, let's talk a little bit about infected. Opening and closing doors can aggro infected now. Infected now react less to suppressed shots and more to louder shots. And also, they'll give up searching for players faster. Cutting up a pumpkin will now give 2 slices instead of 1. A lot of food items have had their nutritional values changed in this patch. Also, farming has had quite a few changes. First off, all plants have different grow times between 20 and 50 minutes. It also looks like we'll see way higher nutritional value in the plants that take longer to grow. Also, fertilizing now increases the yield of plants instead of their growth time. Finally, there's an increased chance for plant infestation, and your plants will spoil if you leave them out for too long. Weapons and ammunition have seen quite a few changes as well, and I'm just going to put those notes up here. Also, here are the entire patch notes, so feel free to pause and read them so you don't have to go to the forum to see what's happening. Do you guys think we have a good update, or is this a good April Fool's joke? Let me know what you guys think in the description below. I look forward to reading what you guys have to say. Thank you and have a great day.